Hello everyone and welcome to An Evening with Black Artists. I'm Judith Remekie and I'm here with the artistic director, Dr. Orville Lawton. Dr. Lawton, good evening.
Good evening, Judith.
Tell us a little bit about this very important event.
Well, in 1986, I presented the idea of An Evening with Black Artists to the fraternity as a fundraising idea. And being a performer myself, I thought it was very, very important to bring to the community those African Americans who were outstanding in the field of classical dance, opera, classical voice, and theater.
Well, without further ado, let's go get to know a few of the performers before they hit the stage. Thank you, Dr. Lawton.
Thank you, Judith.
Well, we're here with Aaron Thomas. Now, you are the youngest performer. Tell us how you came to know that you had a future in opera.
Being at the Alexander W. Dreyfus School of the Arts and just being a part of music my entire life, I work in partnership with Dr. Lawton, so he had asked me to perform at this showcase. And
what was that like?
I really, to be honest, didn't really know what it was, and so I looked into it more, and I came to find out it was a really profound performance.
So we're here now with Carl Van Richards. What, Carl, is your performing arts specialty?
Well, I think my performing arts specialty is going beyond the written score and trying to find a deeper meaning, something that the audience can communicate with.
Tell us what your background is, what your ethnic background, your cultural background is, and how did you use that to select your music for tonight?
Okay, excellent. I'm from Jamaica, and so on program I'm playing the Jamaican dance number 2 by Oswald Russell. It's actually the second of 3 dances. Oswald Russell is a Jamaican composer who is a professor of composition at a conservatory in Geneva, Switzerland. So, you know, my Jamaican background and this being an evening with black artists, I thought it would be a really nice treat for the audience to hear a Jamaican folk song in a classical concert setting.
I liked what you said earlier in rehearsal, which you talked about how important it was to present not only the old European masters, but works like this. Talk a little more about that if you could.
Sure. You know what happens? We tend to, in classical recitals, hear the mill compositions. Everyone's playing the composers, Chopin, Bach, all the European composers. And there's so much good music written by blacks and African Americans and Caribbean composers. And so I find that I'm inclined and wanting to promote that music a little bit more, because I do think the world is deserving of hearing it.
Absolutely. Well, we look so much forward to you performing that. And I know there's going to be more than one person in the audience besides myself who recognizes this very special music. Thank you so much, Carl.
Thank you for having me.
So we're here with Rhonda Johnson. Rhonda, first, can you tell us what it is that your specialty is in the performing arts?
Sure. I am a modern dancer, and I'm actually originally from West Palm Beach, and I currently teach at Dreyfus School of the Arts.
Sometimes I feel like a mother.
And now we're with Daniel Cochran. Daniel, you are a tenor as well.
Correct.
What's it like being in a room with so many other illustrious African-American artists?
Well, it's very overwhelming to a certain sense. You know, it's great to be around people that are musicians and inclined as you are.
And speaking of that, you sing in a you're in a world-famous barbershop quartet. You also sing in an NFL type of a thing. Can you explain a little bit of that? Because that's very diverse.
Yeah, well, my barbershop quartet is named Fortissimo, but
you just enjoy performing as a whole.
Oh yeah, now, singing is my passion. No matter what I'm doing, how can I keep from singing?
Wonderful. Well, we won't keep you from it any longer. Daniel, thank you so much. Enjoy your performance. We will too. So we're now with Miss Leah Dexter, a mezzo-soprano. Leah, you are from my neck of the woods. What's Detroit like as a music center?
Well, you know, there are quite a few wonderful things going on in Detroit. We do have the Detroit Opera House and the Michigan Opera Theater.
Which is completely gorgeous.
Oh, yes, yes. And we also have the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, as well as many smaller, more local opera companies that produce smaller works, as well as outreach programs for the inner city schools.
We're here with Roderick George, the fantastic tenor. Roderick, tell us a little bit about the highlights of your career as a
What
singer.
is
The future, do you think, for young African American singers, particularly in the opera world? What roles are available, and what do you hope to see in the near future for them?
I hope to see more colorblind casting, especially for the male singers, because we're often given a more difficult time in getting roles.
God's gonna build up Zion's wall. Great day, the righteous marching. Great day, also gonna build up Zion's
Well, those were some absolutely fantastic performances. How happy were you with this evening?
Oh, it was just marvelous, and I'm so happy that everyone enjoyed it, and I hope that you will come back and join us next year for our next installment of An Evening with Black Artists.
And I hope the same thing. For Dr. Orville Lawton, I'm Judith Remeke. Have a wonderful evening.